there was a lot of people carrying American flags and a lot of people also wearing American flag attire. And then there was a
violation of the flag code, sir.
Yeah, a lot of like anti-China stuff. My favorite, though, it hasn't been her full interview has not been published yet by TYT, so there's a lot of gems that we're sitting on haven't been released yet. But there was this like 80-year-old lady that I talked to who had a handmade, like very like aesthetically a very nice sign. Like it was like you kind of, you know, those like bubble letters that you get like the stencils for. She had like put glue in it and like put glitter over it. It looked like a great sign that you make it like for like a high school football game. But it was like about how people who stormed the Capitol need justice. And then I get to talking to her, and she admits to going up into the Capitol on January 6th, and I'm just like looking at her. She couldn't have been younger than 80.
It wasn't the Gam Gam that we saw. I remember there was a famous picture of the Gam Gam, the MAGA Gam Gam at the Capitol riot.
New Gam Gam just dropped.
It was a different one. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome though. I love to be 80 years old and confess to a federal crime to the Young Turks Network.
Yeah, and it's funny to hear about, though. It's like the Met Gala for like weird dentists and like boat dealership owning crypto fascist freaks.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the funny characters I saw there. There was a dude dressed up as Batman. I don't really understand what that was about. I don't know if he was there for it or against it. There were some people that showed up and had like 3%er like militia movement flags, and then Matt Brainard, the guy who was hosting this thing, deemed the flags off message and had them put them away, and I think they were a little grumpy about that. A few info warriors. There was this one streamer guy that I see all over the place when I go to these things. His name's like Will Johnson or something, and he was just sitting there like yelling at people in the press, being like, "Why are you covering this?" And I was like, "Hey, not a bad point," but also with all kinds of like boatload of like conspiracy nonsense that I don't stand behind. And then there was one woman that had a sign. I didn't talk to her, but it said, "They call me a terrorist." Or how'd it go? Something like, "The media calls me a terrorist, but my family calls me grandma." And I was I think that was my favorite sign of the day.
Yet another MAGA Gam Gam. It's interesting. It's a whole movement. The dozen Gam Gam march we're talking about here. I never say Gam Gam like in my personal life. I just think it's really funny in this context to describe these people this way.